Hello friends. All Land Cruiser 100 power units have a timing belt driven by a toothed belt. The main enemy of the 1HD turbo diesel is carbon deposits in the blockhead, the formation of which is facilitated by a coked Egr valve after 300 to 400,000 kilometers. A harbinger of misfortune will be a knock or ringing. To avoid problems, the Egr valve must either be cleaned regularly or simply plugged. In addition, the 4.2-liter turbo diesel needs periodic valve adjustment every 50,000 kilometers. Fuel injectors and the turbine serve 400 to 500,000 kilometers, but the injection pump may require attention after 200,000 kilometers. In addition, the SPV control solenoid or advance valve may fail. Many buyers preferred the petrol 4.7-liter V8. It has two important features: unlimited torque at any RPM, and no equipment to fail. However, all gasoline engines are very reliable. The only thing you need to change is the ignition coils. 5-speed mechanics relied only on diesel units. It is practically eternal. However, most cars are equipped with an automatic. Until 2003, it had 4 gears, a 340F, and after that, 5, with diesel engines only from 2004. Both automatic transmissions are designed by Egr. The 4-speed A340F is very reliable and unpretentious. It arrives for repairs after 400,000 kilometers. Most often, the torque converter wears out, which leads to vibrations and beats, as well as to wear of the pump, oil seal, and bushing. The 5-band A750F is in service earlier, after 200 to 250,000 kilometers. Solenoids, Teflon, and rubber rings, paper gaskets are the first to use up their resources. With regular off-road trips, there are problems with the torque converter and hydraulic plate. By 300 to 400,000 kilometers, when changing the driving mode, shocks occur in the transmission. This is the total backlash, which consists of a small backlash of each transmission element. However, it is often possible to get rid of the disease after the elimination of backlash in the drives and spline joints of the front axle. Over time, blocking stops turning on. The problem is the servos and wiring. They give up under the influence of water. In the end, it is the turn of the front gearbox. The satellites wear out. The rear gear is much more durable. Aged cars suffer from leaking axle shaft seals. The biggest difference between the J100 and its predecessor, the J80, is the presence of an independent 2-link torsion bar front suspension instead of a rigid axle. This decision, of course, increased driving comfort, but received a lot of criticism from off-road fans. First of all, due to a decrease in the strength and resource of the structure. Silent blocks, ball bearings, and shock absorbers run more than 60 to 100,000 kilometers, even in harsh operating conditions. Another source of problems is the complex ANS hydraulic suspension system with an active height control system. After heavy off-roading, the back can settle. Sometimes it is enough to replace the body level / position sensor, but sometimes the damage done is much greater. After 150 to 200,000 kilometers, shock absorbers may leak, which leads to more frequent operation of the motor and, as a result, its wear. In addition, with age, the membrane in hydroaccumulators breaks. A radical solution is to replace the entire suspension, along with torsion bars, with a conventional spring one. Comfort from such an alteration is reduced slightly. After 200 to 300,000 kilometers, the steering rack may knock or leak. After 300 to 400,000 kilometers, you have to change the faulty power steering pump. Sometimes you have to fight with the backlash of the steering shaft. As for the brake system, its low efficiency is not at all a sign of a malfunction. This is a feature of 100s. Nevertheless, the brakes are quite sufficient for safe driving on the highway, and even more so off-road, but it is worth recognizing that the deceleration rate for urban conditions is not sufficient. The large mass required the installation of 4-piston brake calipers on the front wheels. They are not very durable, but are subject to repair. Since 2004, all J100s have been equipped with rear disc brakes. With long runs, the master brake cylinder surrenders. The brake pedal begins to fail. Many copies have already crossed the line of 500,000 kilometers, which of course affects the technical condition. The most vulnerable spots of the Toyota Land Cruiser 100 are the suspension and transmission, which require large investments to restore. Therefore, offers with an attractive low price and signs of malfunction should be avoided. Unfortunately, age takes its toll and corrosion actively attacks the body iron. At risk are wheel arches, sills, the tailgate, rear bumper enforcement, front wing shelf, windshield frame, and fenders. Rust settles on the frame. Regular anti-corrosion treatment is a must. In addition, the brown plague finishes off the tubes of the second circuit of the air conditioner. After 250 to 300,000 kilometers, the electric drive of the door locks and windows often fails. What pleases is the absence of any systematic problems with the electrician. If you know of other model malfunctions, be sure to write about it.